So you want to actually go out on dates and find a girlfriend on Tinder. Well, here's how you do that. Coming up right after this. Hey everybody, I am Taylor from Beard vs. Geek, where I show you it is okay to be a man and a geek at the same time. So you want to find a girlfriend on Tinder. Well, that's a little bit difficult. First off, I apologize about the lighting of this. I am actually going on a first date with a girl that I met on Tinder. She's actually a 2-hour drive away. So we have a wonderful chance to talk. So you know, I have been on Tinder. I have experimented with Tinder, literally performed experiments with Tinder. And I have found out some clues and some tricks and to give you sort of a guide for how to actually find a person that you want to actually date and be in a relationship with from Tinder. Now, here's the thing. This is not a guide to how to find a girl to hook up with. This is about finding someone special. Now, yes, there are a million and one ways to find a person to go out with now. You can always go down to the bar and you can find people that way. You can find people at work. You can find people through mutual connections. But now, since the dawning of the age of the internet, there is another way, and that other way is online dating. Now, if you're watching this video, you know about online dating and how it can be a drag. But on Tinder, here's what you gotta do. First, let's talk about your profile pictures. Your profile pictures do not come across as a douche. All right? You want to show your genuine side. However, if your genuine side is a douche, then there's nothing you can do to prevent that. You're going to come across as a douche. But if you are a normal, nice guy like me, then your profile pictures give a look into who you are as a person. So if you have kids, if you have a child, show them in your profile pictures. All right, that's important. If you have a kid, that's something that you want to be open and honest with up front. Because that could be a deal breaker for a lot of people. And it's not just guys, it's girls as well. Some girls do not want to date a guy who has a child. Most of them are fine with it, that I have met, but not all of them, okay? So keep that in mind. I don't have a kid, so that's not really an issue. However, with profile pictures, show a variety of images. First off, smile. Look like you're a nice guy. Look like you're approachable. Okay, do not wear sunglasses in any of your profile pictures. Okay, eyes are the window to the soul. Make sure that your eyes are visible. Okay, secondly, with profile pictures, if you have a dog, show you and the dog playing and have a good time. You know, you want to show different sides of your personality. So if you just graduated college, maybe show a picture of you just graduating college. That's what I did. If you like sailing, if you like board games, if you like video games, whatever, show a picture that has a clue about those activities, because that can be a good conversation starter later on. Now, let's talk about your actual profile. Yes, people on Tinder who use it as a way to go out on dates and to find a boyfriend or girlfriend actually read the profiles. Okay, people who are just looking for hookups, people who are just shallow as crap individuals who just do swipe right, swipe left, you don't want those people. You want a person who is thoughtful, who is considerate, someone who you can actually be in a relationship with. So you got to work on your profile. Now on your profile, don't just say, if you want to know asked, that's lame. Okay, a lot of people will not like you on Tinder if you have a little crappy one-sentence thing like that. Likewise, don't dive into your whole life story. Bring up a couple of talking points. Say, hey, I am so-and-so, and I really like, XYZ. What I'm really looking for is someone who is XYZ. I am not looking for a hookup. Make sure you say that. I am not looking for a hookup. I am looking for a possible, meaningful relationship. And you can use those words. I am looking for a possible, meaningful relationship. What I would recommend is put down one life goal that you have. Okay, so what I put down on my profile is my life goal is to sail wherever the wind will take me, literally, with the person that I love. Okay, that is a good life goal, and that shows the other person, this person has a direction in their life. Not having a direction in your life is not attractive. Also, stating that a goal like that shows not only that you have a direction in your life, but also that you are a little bit of a dreamer. You want to explore life. You want to experience life. Or if your goal is to find a wife or to settle down, have a great family, that shows that you're a family guy. And you know what? That is actually attractive as long as you're not like Peter. And 3, do not let it be a place where you can vent all your personal problems, where you can say, I don't know why people would ever date me. I'm really unattractive. I don't have any confidence. I got XYZ problems. Don't do that. Really. Okay? It is not attractive. All right. So now let's move on to actually swiping right or left on people. Now, when you are looking at other people's profile, your initial gut reaction is going to be swipe right if they're attractive, swipe left if they are not attractive. All right? Now, what finds a person attractive is going to be different for each person. However, you got to look out for fake profiles. Yes, there are fake profiles of girls who want guys to give them money, and you can usually tell whether or not they're photoshopped and put them on there and hoping that people will swipe right because they swipe right on everybody, and at that point, they're going to give you a sales pitch. So make sure that you just automatically swipe no. If the person looks incredible and just flat out gorgeous, swipe left. Really. It'll save you a lot of time and a lot of hassle, because most of the time those are crappy fake profiles and they're a waste of your time. Now, also look at their profile. Okay, read their freaking profile. It only takes 1 minute, so do it. Read their profile, find out if you have any interests in common. However, if they have one line, just ask. They're a poor conversationalist. You don't want that. Okay, you want someone that's a good communicator, because that's what makes relationships last. Honesty and good communication, 2 of the many things. So if they have one line, swipe left. If they say, contact me on Snapchat, contact me on Kick, they want you to follow them on Snapchat so that they can bump up their followers. They want you to give them something. All right? Just don't go there. Trust me. Just don't go there. Now, as far as search parameters go, you have an option to check the range of the dating, of the profiles you want to see. You have a chance for the sex of the person that you want to see, male or female or both. And you have the chance to choose the age range. Now, when it comes to age range, be realistic. All right? Now, I am 28 years old, right? And so I am not going to be saying, yes, I want to date 18-year-olds. Yeah, 18-year-olds might be attractive, but as far as a meaningful relationship is, with that 10-year difference in maturity levels and in, that cultural gap going on, that's not going to be a good long-term fit. So the age range, like for me, half your age plus 7, bare minimum. So if I'm 28, half your age, 14, plus 7, 21. 21 is an age that would be feasible. If you take half your age, add 7 years, you're in a good ballpark of who you would actually be going out with and who you might be a good fit with age range wise. And then I always put a couple years older than myself, because I'm fine dating someone a little bit older. That's okay. Now, when it comes to mileage range, I would recommend starting off at 5 miles or 5 kilometers if you're in the UK or wherever, around your general vicinity, and then moving out from there. Go through the 1 mile, 5 mile radius, really small, and take care of all those people. As soon as it says you don't have any people in the area, bump it up another 5 miles or another 5 kilometers. Maybe not even that. If you're in a super big area like London or New York or LA, that's a crap ton of people. So then do 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. You want to start off small and work out wide. Think about the first date. Are you willing to drive 2 hours to visit someone on the first date? I have only done that for 4 people. One of them is this one that I'm going to right now. The other one left me standing there at Starbucks. Third one, nice conversation, but we split ways. Fourth one was the weirdest date I had ever been on. Now, the first contact. Now you're going to have it where eventually you match with someone. You swipe right on them, they swipe right on you. Now it comes down to the initial conversation. Now the first conversation can set a tone for future conversations. Do not, under any circumstances, get too personal too quickly. Never make it hi, how are you? Something that sometimes works is, hi, I'm Taylor, it's a pleasure to meet you. How are you doing today? Sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. One thing that I had some success with is, are you ready for the random question of the day? And that's a little intriguing. You're like, what? That's not normal. And so they'll say, yeah, sure, I'm ready for the random question of the day. And then make it the next question a fun getting to know you type question. If you were stuck on a desert island with 5 CDs, what would they be? Now, after that initial getting the person's attention and talking to them, then yeah, slip into the question, so one thing I always like to ask is, so what brought you on Tinder? Why are you here? And some people they want it for curiosity. Other people are seriously looking for a meaningful relationship. Some people say they're looking for a quick hookup. And at that point, as soon as they say what they are there for, right away you can rule them out. If they're looking for a quick hookup, goodbye, gone. Because you're not looking for that, you're looking for a meaningful relationship. If they say, I'm here out of curiosity and just want to meet people, that's great. That is great. It's really nice to get to meet people. Plus, if you go out on a first date with them and it doesn't turn out well, dating, it takes practice. It's just doing it again and again. It's like anything else. If you want to get good at it, you got to practice at it. Now, with the actual conversation, you want to ask nice, getting to know you type questions. So what brings you on Tinder? Where are you from? What do you do for work? Oh, that's interesting. Tell me more about your job. Stuff like that. You just want to have a nice, pleasant conversation and establish some level of trust so they know that you are not a creeper and that you know that they are not a creeper. Because yes, there are girl creepers out there. Now, one of the things with that initial conversation is you want to move the relationship from Tinder into a more meaningful way. So what I like to do is I like to move it from Tinder messaging to text messaging. I say, hey, so I've had a good time. It's nice getting to know you, but I got to go do something else. Why don't you just text me? And then give them your number. Don't ask for their number. You give them your number. And every time I've done that, I've had success with it. Every single time. You have a meaningful conversation on Tinder, and then you say, look, I love talking to you, but I got to go do whatever it is. Okay, and make sure that it's like a real thing, okay? And that's great. Then a little while later, text them, and then call them. And then once you're calling them, set up a real in-person date with them. What I would recommend, and what I've wished I've done in the past, is instead of setting up a date through text messaging, either A, call them on the phone, have a voice conversation, and if that goes well, set up a first date, or B, get them on Skype or on another type of video chat service that's free, and talk with them on the video chat service so you can see what they look like, they can see what you look like, and then you can talk about setting up a real first date. So there you have it. There's a comprehensive guide to finding a girlfriend on Tinder. Yes, it is a little bit of a work, but then again, all relationships are work. I hope that you have found this helpful, that there are some tips that you're able to use. I apologize for this video being a little bit longer than normal, but this is something that really can help you out and benefit you. And this all comes from personal experience. I have done it. That's how I know what works. It is not a list on Pinterest or Instagram or whatever on tips and tricks. No, this is like from a person who's actually done it. I have actually found a couple girlfriends on Tinder. I have had many first dates and second dates on Tinder. and other internet sites like plentyoffish.com. Now, if you have any tips or advice, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. If you like this video and you want more dating and relationship videos, go ahead and subscribe. Great videos are coming out every week where I show you it is okay to be a man and a geek at the same time. You can also click on one of these two videos right here for some more manliness or geekiness. Because after all, if the women find you manly, they should at least find you geeky. And until next time, don't go shaving on me.